Hello guys and welcome to episode 54 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign with the Iceni tribe. Today we're going to be continuing where we left off after just taking over Iceni Ep.54 and Malva. Malva basically helping us to destroy the Getae. That was a pretty awesome battle we had, especially the ambush here that actually left us with a historical battle marker on the map. But now it's time to continue our hordes into Eastern Europe, and we're going to take a look at the rest of the armies that need to move this turn. So with the Iron Winds being in Carthage, looks like they're going to have to stay there to help deal with the public order. I think most of the things are actually done for this turn. I don't really want to necessarily go through all of them where it looks like they have already all been moved. So what we're going to do is I'm pretty much going to jump straight into the next turn. Not many buildings need building. There seems to be an empty slot here though at Neapolis, so we may as well add something to this province. We got +5 public order per turn, so maybe we can go with a bit more squalor to add to that, or maybe not. It depends. We shall see. Let's go with a artisan's lodging for now, and we'll see how the happiness is once that's been built and I upgrade it. So there we go. Right, let's go ahead and end the turn.
Our merchants seek prosperity in your lands. Yours could do the same in ours. Will you agree to this?
So, the Seleucids want a trade agreement. Currently, this would only be worth 625 per turn. They're only asking me for 100, and at the moment, it seems like a pretty decent idea. They seem pretty friendly with Knossos at the moment, and the Odrysian Kingdom. So I think we'll go ahead with this and accept the trade agreement for now. The only thing I'm scared about is that they're allied with Bithynia, which is going to hurt if I declare war on them.
Wisdom should always be admired, even in small things.
Take this subsidy. Our treasuries were overfull.
The Nasamones asking me for a peace treaty again. Because currently, I'm at war with them. Last time they offered me 20,000 to stop killing them. This time they're offering me 8,100, which is tempting, to be honest, but I don't need the money at the moment. They're not really allied with anyone, and me doing this isn't going to do them any favours. I'm just going to declare war on them later down the line. I think I really need to take the armies in Africa and wipe these guys out. I'm sorry, dude, but it's not enough.
We have driven too hard a bargain, or haggled over long, it seems. Very well, your decision is made.
So, hidden agent exposed, Adiatorix has been found. We got one of my war maidens ranked up, and sabotage by Shabaka in Lepsis to incite unrest. Not good. Not one I need at all in this area. Nete Kamani has raided Lepsis. And we've also got Bedorix, who poisoned Iceni Ep.54. Right, I need to get rid of some of these agents because they are killing me right now. I think it's the first time that I've actually seen agents being effective in this game. But they've caused devastation and provincial instability, and it's not gonna go down too well. That kind of sucks. So what I'm gonna have to do is stop the buildings of these fields, it seems, because they're gonna take 8 turns now due to the sabotage. So I've got to stop the creation of them and repair those buildings, else nothing will get done. Right, then I can use my scout to try and kill some of their men. Let's go with the concealed blade on this scout. Enemy wounded, that'll do. Good job. That's 1 agent down. We have our 2 navies here currently. Before we move them, let's rank up this guy.
How can I assist you?
Increase his skill of furtiveness to make his assassination with poison more effective. But yeah, let's try sorting out these navies, because these are actually my troop transports currently, and preferably I want to get them on land, because I'm a bit scared that all these fleets that are floating around are going to really destroy me if I'm not careful. So if I can, I might just go ahead and get them both on shore, and there they can back each other up to take Macomedes. There we go. They're both in range to protect each other, although because they're in forced march stance, I think if they get attacked, they will be in ambush mode anyway, so they won't get reinforcements. Which is an issue in some ways, but I don't know. I think both of those armies will be fine against any army in the local vicinity. Now after I've taken Macomedes, I might send one of these armies down to get Garama. Although the idea was that I would take the army from Carthage and send them down there, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen because of the incite unrest that happened last turn. Bit of an annoyance, to be honest. But let's go through the event messages. Edict issued in Pannonia. We got the Hidden Age exposed, construction complete of the Warlord's Hold in Singedon. That's made that a lot happier. And now I can produce Chosen Swordband in this area. I've got Papusa. Let's upgrade her, give her the skill 2. Let's see. Not entirely sure. War Dance. Now let's go with Valor. I think this might be a good one. Plus -5% charge bonus for all units, and -6 morale for all units in the target army. That's for show of force. I'm not sure what that exactly does, but I think it might be useful. Papusa doesn't have a household either, so let's give her a wise woman to give her +1 authority. That should decrease the cost of performing all actions. Then we got Inspired Populace in Mauritania, Unhappy Populace in Dacia, or Dacia. The Sabotage, all that lot we've seen. Sabotage Attempt by Amanishka Keto. And he was trying to commit arson. And 2 hidden agents exposed. Those are probably the 2 that are nearby this town. So yeah, that's all that done. Did I complete a mission? Because I have a lot of money. Not sure where that came from, to be honest. I know I didn't spend all of my money last turn, but if I got like near 10k this turn, why have I got 18,000 if I only had like 5,000 left at the end of last turn? Seems a bit strange. Never mind, let's go see Adiatorix and what he's up to. Still hanging about near Istros, but lost sight of the enemy armies. Not the best start. Then we got Katios down here. He's well on the border. That's fine. Converting the culture to Celtic. Then we got Adiatorix. Actually, Katios, I can set him to administration for this turn. Adiatorix the Druid. Well, he's nearly done converting the culture here, so let's put him to administration. We got Cladeos. He can continue with his administration in Silesia. And the Iron Winds. Can we move them out of Carthage now? No, we can't. Swords of Power. They can continue towards Tur. We're going to get very close this turn to be able to attack it probably next turn. As long as these guys don't get ambushed, we should be fine. If they do get ambushed, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. They have 4 units of ballistas. They've got plenty of Chosen Swordband and Spearband. It's just this city will most definitely be ours soon. The Burning Men over in Camelodunnan. Can't do anything with them. But the spear runners. If I put them into normal stance, can they hit bells this turn? I think they can. Yeah, looks like they can. And well, they have slaves in their lands. That could be an issue. I think if we take over this, those slaves become our problem, which I'm going to have to deal with after this. Anyway, there's only a garrison army to deal with in this particular battle. We got plenty of druidic nobles. We can just run them in front, slaughter their Celtic tribesmen and Celtic skirmishers. So let's go ahead and do that and fight it on the battle map. So here we are, we're going to keep it nice and dry, get my druidic nobles up in front. They're much smaller units of men. If you guys have never seen them before, I've played with them previously, but if this is your first time watching one of my episodes, then these druidic nobles, well, they only come in units of 80, whereas the rest of my men come in units of 160, which isn't ideal, but they are extremely powerful units, so they should still do well. Sorry about the Steam pop-up. Always get that bug. I think it's something to do with tabbing into the game after I've set up fraps. But doesn't matter either way. Beastly units these are. They can die pretty easily to missile units though, so I might have to be careful about their skirmishers. We got horsemen to take care of those then. And it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Alright, let's go ahead and start the battle straight away. We're just going to charge into their settlement and kill them all. That is the ultimate plan. What I might do is move the slingers up so they can fire into their men. And I actually, if there's not any spearmen defending all of these skirmishers, I might just run my cavalry in there. Let's do that. So I'll run the cavalry round. We've got my druidic nobles. They give off an aura, which I think increases morale.
Druidic nobles, get moving!
Not sure how this is exactly going to work though.
Get running!
So skirmishers, they shouldn't be able to do too much against my cavalry.
Mounted death!
Just going to charge towards them. Break off one of the units to hit this unit. There we go. Here we are. And these ones to come in and drive down these missile units. It's a lot of dead men, and they're going to flee very quickly, I suspect. This unit's already gone. Looks like these ones have as well.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And all of their missile units are already dead. Well, there's a couple left, I think. But it looks like most of them are dead. So let's pull my cavalry back out of there before they engage in melee with their ground forces. One of my scout rider units did take quite a big chunk of damage from one of the skirmish units firing a volley towards it. Once my druidic nobles come up though, I can't see any of this force being an issue at all. Looks like my Britain slingers are actually having a fun time shooting in the backs of these skirmishers. See, they're all falling down as the missiles come in. All the stones rolling across the ground. Brilliant. Okay, time for the druidic nobles to shine. They can just run in and charge down the enemy units. Get the rest of the army to start heading over. And I'll try and move forwards the slingers as best I can without getting them into combat. If my druidic nobles are going to be well up in head, then I can probably afford to get the slingers up behind them. I'm not sure why these guys are moving so slowly. I think it's because they were trying to remain hidden, but not anymore. as the enemy does spot them. And they've all ran through. I'm probably going to send a 3 units this side, 3 units that side, and we shall slaughter the enemy. Here we go. Are we going to chant? Are we going to frenzy? I think we're going to frenzy. What does a chant do? Improves the morale of friendly units within the unit's area of influence. Well, we can probably do that and that then.
The oaks are our strength.
So, we chanted, and we walked, and we frenzied. And now we can watch people die. Painful deaths. Oh, stab in the gut. Gonna be plenty of that, it seems. That one in the back of the neck. Oh, they are getting slaughtered. Oh, next wave of men coming in. My Druidic nobles have already finished the first bunch of men. Brilliant. Druidic nobles not letting me down. I can continue my charge forwards as they retreat. Let's get all my slingers to run down these guys. Oh, never mind. Doesn't look like I'll get the opportunity as we've already won the day. And there's no point in chasing down a garrison army because they're going to die anyway. So let's end the battle there. Decisive victory. We lost 78 men and they lost 1,241. Bells is ours. We're going to occupy it because we don't need poor public order at the moment. And what I'm going to do is get rid of this reservoir, change it into actually a Shrine of Rosmerta. Surprise, surprise, to deal with the happiness. The slaves have actually retreated, they're no longer raiding. I don't think I'm in range to attack them this turn, but it looks like I'm going to have to deal with them myself now. It's going to be a problem at some point. Anyway, let's continue through the rest of my men and see if I can move any of them. So, the Woad Warriors down in Lepsis are going to have to stay there to deal with that public order change. We can change them back to a normal stance since they're in the city. We've got the Noble Stags in Zarmaze, Getusa. Let's make this empty construction site in Malva into a sacred enclosure. Should help out a little bit. And we may be able to move out the army in Malva as well, which is Abraucus's Vanquishers. So, what I would probably do with this army is go and attack Petrodava over here. So we can pop into forced march stance and head him over there. We've currently got -16 per turn, although that will go down with the provincial instability getting better and the devastation disappearing. Also with the deconstruction of the bronze furnace, the squalor effect from that will also go down. So I don't think moving out this army this turn is going to be an issue, but let's put him into forced march stance and get him all the way over to Petrodava. Or Petrodava. I don't know why I keep saying Petrov. There's no V in that name. And that seems to be about it for troop movements. We got plenty of money, so let's go and spend it. Syracuse, I still haven't converted these buildings. A bit of a mistake on my part there. So let's go ahead and do just that. We need to change this Temple of Hermes to probably a Shrine of Canunus. I think that would help out a little bit, considering we've got a reasonable amount of agriculture. Although I could do it more towards anything that gives me shipbuilding, so that comes from the Shrine of Nodens. Plus 5% missile infantry damage upon recruitment could be useful. I think we're going to stick with the Shrine of Canonus for now. Okay. So that's left us with 13,000. We've still got plenty of money to work with. One turn actually until warrior aristocracy is complete and we can create the Great Hall and the Mead Hall. So I might actually wait and then upgrade some of the settlements so that they can cater for those buildings. We're currently earning 10,765 per turn now. Quite a lot of money, especially considering the amount of armies we actually have. But I think that's everything done for this turn, so let's jump ahead again to the next turn.
We come to you in strength to speak
Oh,
words
do
of
be
strength. I am
I hate
loyal
it
to
when
my
they send
mighty.
that message about strength. It really annoys me. 540 gold for a peace treaty as well? What do they think that is? So, Idiotorix, exposed again. He's a terrible, terrible spy. We got warrior aristocracy being complete, that is beautiful. And military sabotage by Bedorix to wreck the baggage train at Reboros. We have Shabaka targeting Lepsis to commit arson. He was caught acting against my interest and he was wounded. Brilliant. An increase in rank of Cladios. That's going to help with the culture conversion up here in Silesia. So, it looks like he's got Vates as his normal skill. +3 public order from Bread and Games Edict. It's pretty nice actually. But we're going to give him the Provocateur skill, which will increase his campaign map movement range. And as far as households are concerned, he can probably go ahead and get +5% tariff income from trade agreements faction-wide. Pretty young, so that'll last for a long time. So while we're here, let's go and jump into the technology. I really want to sort out my navies, so let's go with shallow keel. That'll take a couple of turns. We can probably go to improved shipbuilding actually. In 7 turns that will be complete. I don't think I'm going to go all the way for a raiders port. We'll probably move on to some of the commerce and agricultural tech after that. So population surplus in Magna Graecia. We have the money to pay for any upgrades here. We've got a very, very nice public order here, so I'm going to actually build a artisan's lodging. Subversion attempt by Nete Kamani didn't succeed, I don't think. But I don't know why they're targeting Lepsis so bad when I've got 2 armies approaching Machamedes. It would make sense if their agents actually attacked my armies instead. But never mind, just allows my scout to go ahead and assassinate another one of their men. And I'm going to go ahead and try with a concealed blade. And he succeeds once again. Penios is a badass. It's a pity that there's no video like there was in Shogun. It's pretty disappointing. So Bithynia and the Aosai have declared war on one another, and it's going to send me to the corner of the map because of that. Brilliant. And Bithynia and Royal Scythia, so I presume Royal Scythia and the Aosai were allies. Because it's generally uncommon that AI will declare war on 2 enemy factions in the same turn. The Artisan's Lodging finished in Neapolis, and we can probably improve the Lawmaster's Hut in Delminium as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that, although that may give me the squalor I don't need. Let's leave that for now. Go to Neapolis, and we'll go with a goldsmith to increase the wealth from this province. Then in Rome, what I'm going to do is create my first Great Hall. Where else can I do it that might actually be useful? Carthage. This would be a very nice place to do it. So let's go ahead and start building one here as well. Because that will mean I'll be able to recruit heroic nobles all the way from Carthage all the way across the top of Africa to the edge of the settlement here on this border. So as soon as we finish taking Machamedes, the Great Hall will hopefully be finished, and then I can recruit in Africa. That'll be awesome. Got some new trait reports. Dacia, unhappy populace. They don't like me very much, do they? We've already got a sacred enclosure being built, and we've got a meeting hall here that I can probably upgrade. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to follow up with an artisan's lodging, I think. Commons seems a bit pointless unless I wanted to go for a farmer's market, because I actually have 2 farms in this area right now. Could be a possibility. I might do that for now. That'll increase the public order in the short term as well. So Silesia, indifferent populace now. But we need to go ahead and create a sacred enclosure. They've got -24 per turn currently, and that's because I've taken bells off the enemy, and we are being raided by the Serpents of Tuchulcha. Faction encountered Rhodes, encouraged populace in Tanzania. Faction destroyed the Anates, household expands, plus 5% research rate faction wide. That is actually pretty good. Although I'm not sure if I want to replace it with the plus 5 morale for all units. Honestly, I think I can get away with not having the morale for all units, and the 5% research rate is pretty hard to turn down, so I'm actually going to replace that household. Then 5% tariff income from trade agreements faction wide. That will replace 5% chance of wounding agents in self-defense. Yep, I think that's another good one to replace. Trade gained, assassination, concealed blade, 15% of successful assassination. That's brilliant. So Penios, my successful assassin, has now got plus 15% extra on top of his already very successful nature. So that's going to help out a lot. And plus 5 cunning as a dancer to replace plus 1 cunning. Makes sense, I guess. So let's go ahead and replace that. Okie dokie. So, time to go through the armies and agents. We have the Adiatorics still standing by Istros and waiting for an army to arrive to take that over. Not sure how soon that's actually going to be if I've just taken over Bells, although the army in Bells will probably be able to take Istros for me after Swords of Power take Tur and then head down to Gallic. So yeah, that should work out fine. We've got Katios. He's going to have to stay there and continue with the culture conversion, and now he's going to be doing a similar thing but next to Lepsis. Also, I want to get another agent down here to help me with all the agents from the Nasamones. And Adiatorix by Brundisium. Should be fine leaving him there for another turn and making it 100% Celtic. Cladios, again, same thing. We want to make this 100% Celtic just to get the maximum happiness from the province. So we're now plus 12 in Carthage, and it looks like I'm going to be able to get away with moving out my navy. It will drop it to plus 8. Let's see what we can do about moving other armies out of there, but not before checking on the army next to Tur. We can change his stance to none and actually attack Tur. We're going to wait to do that because I want to make sure that I've moved all the rest of my armies first. It looks like we're going to have plenty to do next episode. 2 armies here ready to charge on Machamedes. We've got the one up next to Tur. We've got the Burning Men over in Camladonan. Spear Runners, well, they're waiting to go and kill the Serpents. And the Woad Warriors, well, maybe I can bring them out of Lepsis once and for all. Quite possibly. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put the Iron Winds back in Carthage. And that will make it plus 4 per turn. And then the Woad Warriors can continue down the coast with the Mists of Doom and the Will of Andrasta. But what I'm going to do instead is put them into forced march stance and march them across the desert in order to march on Garima on the next turn. The idea was that I get them to the oasis so that they don't suffer from attrition across the desert, although it looks like they did anyway, which is not the best. Luckily, Garama doesn't look defended, so we might get away with that just fine. The noble stags up in Zamze Getusa. Gonna have to stick there for another turn, while the Braucus' Vanquishers, wow, another army that's going to be able to attack Petrodeva. But that looks to be it for this episode, guys. There is plenty to look forward to. We've got the battle for Machamedes, we've got the battle for Tur, we have the battle for Garama, and of course the battle for Petrodeva. Likely to happen in the next episode. So, that's been it. Unfortunately, only one battle map battle today. But hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. Lots to do with agents actually being quite successful in this one. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.